Hey y'all, it's me Marty. Welcome to another video. Sorry I haven't been doing many videos lately, but oh yeah, good coffee. Coffee's always good. Yeah, dark roast Sumatra. Yeah, on a cool morning in my shop. Thought I'd do a little video this morning and just share with y'all pretty much my 10 favorite things that I like to make on the Scrollsaw out of wood. So yeah, sorry I've been making many videos. Just really busy. I've been home for about a week, but most of you know my wife fell down. She got hurt and stuff, but she's home now and she's recovering. It's going to be a couple months of healing, but taking care of her and building a bunch of stuff just for safety to help her around the house. A couple of ramps and a bathtub seat and a bunch of safety things and just lots of projects in the house and outside the house, chores, yard work, all kinds of stuff. And then just spending time with her and family and just busy doing a lot of stuff and just honestly tired, kind of exhausted and just overwhelmed with life. So much stuff, but it's all good and God is good all the time. And yeah, so it's kind of spring starting to come in Minnesota, but spring in Minnesota is kind of up and down. It's kind of funny. It's warming up and then it cools off, warms up and stuff. And yeah, it's been funny because, well, it was 50s yesterday, going to be 60s today, 70s tomorrow, and then it's going to drop down in the teens and it's going to snow and it's kind of funny. I took the snow fence down yesterday and the snow blower off, and but anyway, all that. So I just thought I just pray you're all doing well. Thought I'd do a little video because I haven't been doing much lately. I'm actually going to do another one later today of something I built on my deck. And but for this video, I just wanted to show you. Now, the Scrollsaw is an amazing tool, and I've talked a lot about that in my videos. I have a ton of videos if you want to watch about Scrollsaw, things I've learned in the last 35 years or so. And it's a fun, creative tool to do woodworking and make gifts and make special things. There's so much you can do with it, a plethora, tons and tons of stuff you can make. But I'm just going to show you kind of just a bunch of stuff real quick here. I mean, you've seen a lot of this before, but some of my favorite things to make, basically my top 10 things. But in each one of these, there's tons and tons of varieties. I've made hundreds, if not thousands of things on my Scrollsaw through the years. And each one of these has a ton of varieties and different things you can make. But I'm just going to show you just some quick things here. I don't want this to be a real long video, but just wanted to give you kind of a taste of what you can do on the Scrollsaw. And it's a really fun form of woodworking. Okay, number one. And these aren't in, or they're kind of in order in a little bit, but yeah, this is just 10 groups of things, really. One of my favorite things to make is Jesus words and word art. This is one of my favorite things to make, is just a simple Jesus word. I actually made a template for it, but I just spelled it out. And I've made hundreds of these over the years, and I just like to give them out to people. Way to share Jesus and open doors to share the gospel, and just it's a nice little gift. And I like to make them out of all different woods, and just to simply make the word Jesus and just give it to people. It's one of my favorite things, making Jesus words. And then with that, all kinds of other word art. You know, I like to make words in wood, and it's just kind of fun. Another little thing I like to make is a little hug, and I made tons of these, and these are really fun to give out and just to give a little hug. And then my smiles that I make, I really enjoy making these. And each one is different because I put different little smiles and faces on them and stuff. I should make one recently. I was all my emotions up and down, just tired and exhausted and overwhelmed with life. It'd probably be some fun faces and emojis. But yeah, you could just make all different ones. So these are really fun to make. I like making the smiles. And then, you know, just doing duh. Things like that. I like making my Jesus fish. And again, what's neat about these, you can make them out of all different woods. You can vary the sizes and the fonts and all that, whatever. Sometimes I'll put Philippians 4:8, I think it is, on here. And yeah, just, you can spell anything, you know, and there's tons of patterns out there. And again, like I always say, try to encourage you to make up your own patterns and designs. Think outside the box. Noel. I do those at Christmas time, and joys also. I don't think I have any joys finished here. LOL, you know, just fun thing. You can spell anything in wood, and there's all different things. And like this, to stay calm. I like this. It's kind of like it's rising out of the wood or sinking, however you want to look at it. I like to think of it as rising. There's that. I've made tons and tons of word art. I really enjoy word art because there's so many fun things you can do. This is an older pattern, Old Fart Award. You know, so there's so many different kinds of word art. Another one, I'm a geek, and I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I'm a dork. And, you know, take your pick. But all kinds of different word art, things you can make out of word. So that's number one. Then number two, Christmas ornaments. I really enjoy making Christmas ornaments, and I make them out of pretty much. Well, they're kind of tangled here because I pulled a couple out that are hanging in the house. I pretty much make all my Christmas ornaments out of 1/4-inch hardwoods and some softwoods, but I like to use 1/4-inch solid wood, not plywood. I like to use, solid woods, and I really enjoy making Christmas ornaments. This was my ornament this year. I just kind of made it up. I designed it. Sometimes I'll use ones that are out of magazines and books and stuff, but I like to make a new ornament every year, and I like to make up my own designs, and I've made tons of different ones through the years. There's a bunch here. They're kind of tangled, but there's another one I've done. And sometimes they're bigger ones. Sometimes they're more, oh, hello, oh, good night. Sometimes they're more complicated. Sometimes they're simple. You know, this is actually year before last. This one was a little harder, but it was really pretty. A Jesus cross one. And I've been doing them for years. Well, you can see here. Oh, good night. Well, you know, they're all kind of, okay. So that's 2009, a little Christmas tree one. And here's one of my favorites here. They're kind of tangled because I pulled them off the oh my goodness. This is one of my favorites. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so here's, this is one of my favorites. It's like a little church scene on a hillside with a star and trees. That's one of my favorites. I really enjoy that one. Oh gosh, okay. I'm going good here this morning. Joy. I already showed that. Here's another joy. I really enjoy this one. I might do that one again this year. I like that one. I did that years ago. And the thing is, I like to make different ones, and then so that, you know, I'll make 100 to 200 of them and give them to family and friends. And so I like to do a new one every year so people don't get the same one. But yeah. And then this isn't a Christmas ornament, but I thought I'd show this too. This was in a Scrollsaw magazine not too long ago. It says joy, joy, joy. That's really pretty. Kind of an ornament, but kind of another hanging thing. Okay, that's number two, Christmas ornaments. Number three, names. One of the first things I made when I first started scrolling 30-some years ago is names. And I have a template set that I use to just make names. You know, like this, just simple. And I made a ton of these for gifts, and I have sold some and stuff. Making names, you know, you can spell anything, you know, you can make anybody's names. And you can do it like this. This is just a simple hobo block font that I use. But you can also just go on your computer and just spell the name out of different fonts and sizes. And this is more of a script font, kind of a fun one. You know, so you can do different fonts and different sizes and spell people's names. And what a wonderful gift. You can't go to the store and buy a name. I mean, some places they have them pre-cut, pre-made, but can't get everybody's name. So it's kind of neat to make custom names. And one of the nicknames from my wife is Sunshine, S-O-N, Sunshine, like Son of God, you know, Sunshine. And I made this for her years ago. This is out of solid cherry. So you can make nicknames and stuff. And so, yeah, making names is a really fun thing to make on the Scrollsaw. Number four, 3D compound stuff. Now, I don't have all of the different things I've made, but I have a lot of different patterns and different things I've made that are 3D compound cut. That's where you cut both planes. You cut this way, and then you turn on the side and cut another way. And there's so many different things, like the block words like this, wood rules, you know, like that. And then I have Scrollsaw artist, kind of neat. See it, and they're just out of 1.5-inch poplar, or you can do pine or cedar, different things. And Jesus Christ, you know, it's really amazing how those work. They're really kind of fun to make. One of the more recent ones I did, but first, coffee. Kind of neat. And then my little 3D reindeer. I really like making these. This is a simple, there's some different designs out there of 3D reindeer, but this is the one I like. It's simpler and it's more solid and not as breakable. These are fun. And you can decorate them, you know, and stuff, but I like to make those. I got a whole herd here. I got all different ones. And there's other ones too. All different kinds. You can make animals and figures and names and words and all different things. 3-dimensional compound cut. Those are really fun. That's number 4. Number 5, puzzles. And I just have one simple puzzle here. State of Minnesota. I really enjoy making puzzles for kids. And I only make them like 4, 5, 6 pieces. That's state of Minnesota. Really simple. Puzzles are really easy to make. I've made a whole bunch for my kids and grandkids and, you know, for people and stuff. And sometimes I'll make them bigger and more complicated or fun, maybe adult puzzles, and also puzzle boxes. I like making puzzle boxes. Those are fun. So there's all different kinds of puzzles you can make. Different forms and different ways you can make puzzles. Oh, good night. Things are falling here. Okay, that's number 5. Number 6, crosses and other wall art. I love making crosses, and I have a whole bunch of different patterns and designs of crosses. I actually have a new cross. It's kind of an Easter cross. It's a new one I got in a magazine recently, and it's got like flowers in the cross. But this is a Jesus Messiah one. I've made all different ones. I like making crosses, wall crosses, and then other wall decorations too. You know, like here's the state of Minnesota with some things cut out of it. You can hang this on the wall. I got all different patterns for different wall decorations, things you can hang up. Number 7, desk decorations, desk art. You know, things like this that can sit on a desk. There's a church scene, 2 different kinds of wood. I like making these. I have a whole bunch of different patterns for things like this. And of course, I just recently cut this one up. Just little nativity scenes that could sit on a desk. I have a whole bunch of different designs and patterns for different nativity scenes. This is kind of a puzzle nativity scene. But lots of different things, yeah. The stand-up decorations for like on a desk. Number 8. This is kind of a trays, bowls, baskets, and boxes. And this is just a little bowl I made. Really simple. And I got those little magnets in there. So the lid goes on like that. Really simple. Just 3 pieces of wood. This one's kind of bulky, but I've made all different ones. And basically, you know, you can use the same pattern for the whole thing. I don't know if you call this a bowl. I guess this is a bowl or a tray or whatever. But you could just, you know, cut the interior part and then cut the base and then cut the lid. All basically out of the same pattern, just a couple little different sizes. But yeah, trays and bowls and baskets and boxes. And I have tons of different patterns, different designs and ideas for things like that. Those are really fun. You know, you're kind of limited on the depth and the size on the Scrollsaw, but you can make some really cool trays, bowls, baskets, and boxes on the Scrollsaw. Number 9, intarsia. Now, there's segmentation, is where you make a scene like this out of wood. Out of one piece of wood, you cut all the pieces, and then you kind of paint them and stain them different colors. That's segmentation. And then there's intarsia. Intarsia, you use different pieces of wood for all the pieces. And this is a snowman I really like making. I haven't done a lot of intarsia yet through the years. I've done a few snowmen like this, a bunch of them actually, and loons and some other things, but I have a whole bunch of patterns of intarsia that I want to do, because the neat thing about intarsia, you can use all those little pieces of wood to make really cool artwork. And this is a neat little snowman, all different kinds of wood. I mean, I think this is cedar and aspen and poplar and oak and pine and mahogany and walnut. You know, just different woods to make a scene, basically, is what you're doing. But that's called intarsia. Really wonderful thing you can do on the Scrollsaw. And then number 10, fun stuff. Just things, either they're funny things, they're just funny decorations, and maybe useful things. Like this. Very simple. It's basically just a nose. But you can put your eyeglasses on there. Like this. Oh, good night. It's a eyeglass holder, so you always know where your glasses are. Something like that. You know? Then you always know where your glasses are. They're on your nose. They're either on this nose or they're on that nose. Kind of. You know what? I haven't made a video in a little bit, and I got to get back to making more videos because they help me smile. They help me laugh, and I hope they help you laugh too. But yeah, look at that. It's an eyeglass. So you get the picture there. So things like that, fun things and useful things like that. Yeah, this is the thing I made the other day. The pusher, it's a push stick for my table saw. You know, it's a fun thing, but it's a useful thing. You know, you've seen the peoples and pets, all those different little people and pets and different things, little stick people that people make. That's been popular recent years. I made this one, kind of silly. Guy losing his mind, losing his head, like me. So he lost his head and he's holding it. Get it? He's I just made up the pattern. Just silly, fun things like that. This is a business card holder. I made, and these are fun. You can put your business cards holders in there. It's kind of a fun thing. It's a useful thing. And then this cell phone stands. My cell phone's recording the video, so I can't show you, but my cell phone will sit on this. So it's a bear. You can make any shape, any size, just random things for cell phone stands. You know, put your cell phone in there if you're watching a movie, watching my silly videos on YouTube. You know, or whatever, you're talking to somebody, FaceTiming, you can have your cell phone sitting there and your hands free. And yeah, it's just a bear, you know, and so the cell phone's kind of on his butt, but it's kind of weird. I made this last fall, I think. It was a pattern out of the Scrollsaw magazine, just a couple bears in a canoe. You know, it's kind of fun. And it basically, you can do this all different ways. You can do it as a intarsia or segmentation or all a fretwork. I just did it like that and painted the different ones and then glued it together and put it on a backer. Simple things like that. Fun things, useful things. So yeah, that's kind of my 10 favorite groups of things, you know. Jesus words and word art, Christmas ornaments, names, 3D compound things, puzzles, crosses and wall decorations, desk decorations, trays, bowls, baskets, boxes, intarsia, and fun stuff. That's my 10 probably favorite groups, but there's hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands within each of those groups of things you can make. And then there's tons of other things. There's so much you can do on the Scrollsaw, so much you can do on woodworking. And it's fun. I didn't even mention toys and games and, you know, small shelves and pieces of furniture and just fun, random things and pocket crosses and, well, just tons of things you can do on the Scrollsaw. Anywho, I just pray you're all doing well. You know, life is hard. It is. But God is so good. And I just pray you give God a chance. And I just hope that you're all doing well. And that you're enjoying spring as it's starting to springing in. And yeah, it's a good year so far. I just hope you're all doing well. And anyway, if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Watch my other videos. I got tons and tons and tons and tons of videos. All my ramblings in life. And I got a couple more things I might do this weekend of videos before I hit the road back to work. But we'll see. A couple of different things. I have a couple of new Scrollsaw projects I want to do. Maybe. We'll see. And something I built on my front deck of my shop. It has nothing to do with woodworking or Scrollsaw. It's another one of my hobbies, but it's kind of neat, and I'll share that with you one day. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.